Abaddon the Despoiler. He is the subject of many memes, from his arms falling off to the number of failed Black Crusades he has conducted, and generally he's not thought of as a great character, and some of the people in the Warhammer 40k community have expressed annoyance at GW's insistence that he is the big bad threat to the Imperium. So I recently made a dumb video about Horus Heresy Jr., where I poke fun of Abaddon for just being Horus again, but less so. So I'm going to take a break from my own stories and share my thoughts on Abaddon and what I think are some fundamental problems with him as a character and how they might be remedied. So I believe the biggest problem with Abaddon is that he suffers from what I call Sauron syndrome. He is a big bad guy who wants to take over the galaxy, and he's really, really mean. He was also the second in command to Horus, just as Sauron was in second command to Melkor in the Lord of the Rings universe. Now, Horus himself, in my opinion, is not a very compelling character either. His fall to chaos is due to generic bitterness towards the Emperor, combined with a desire for power, plus some hocus pocus from Erebus. But I think most people think of Horus as better because his existence and his story is so critical to the setting. So the grandeur of his betrayal kind of overshadows his relatively weak character. He was the beloved son of the Emperor who turned to darkness and mortally wounded his father. His deeds are the backbone of the setting. The sheer scale of his accomplishments are enough to put respect on his name. Abaddon, however, is stuck in Horus's shadow. He's stuck being pretty much the same thing Horus was, but less so. He is a big bad guy fueled by warp stuff and is just so darn overwhelmingly evil. So the fact that he essentially plays the same role as Horus, as a charismatic, powerful guy who unites chaos to fight the Imperium, that's not the doom of his character. His character could be salvaged, but his motivations yo-yo around so much, and it just makes him seem like he doesn't have any kind of consistent drive beyond doing the thing that makes him the bad guy. At first, he is dogmatically loyal to the Emperor and Horus. Then, when Horus goes heretical, Abaddon sticks by Horus unquestioningly. Then, when Horus dies, Abaddon spits on his memory, calls him a fool, and believes himself to be the only one worthy of ruling mankind. He just doesn't have the same consistent motivation that other prominent Chaos characters have. Just for example, all of the Primarchs. Angron, Mortarion, Lorgar, Fulgrim, Perturabo, Magnus, basically everyone except Alpharius/Omegon have very clear motivations and character arcs that lead to their tragic falls, and Alpharius Omegon kind of get a pass because their whole deal is they're mysterious. We all know what they wanted, and we all know what their flaws were, and we all knew why they fell. And it's a tragedy. So what do we have for Abaddon and what he wants? He's big, he's good at doing everything, he's really bad, and he wants power. That's it. That's everything Abaddon wants, and he's really mad about it. That's it. In some ways, I think the damage to Abaddon has been done. I think he's been too prominent of a figure in the setting to rewrite his character to have him make more sense or be more interesting. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway. So I think you have two different directions you could go with Abaddon to try to fix him. You can give him some clear character motivation. For example, he wants to conquer the galaxy because blah. Right now, he wants to conquer the galaxy because he believes he's superior, and so are the Space Marines, and the Space Marines should rule over normal humans and not be protectors and guardians. But as far as I know, we've never seen him be a ruler. He doesn't have a rival empire that he's formed. If you want to make him like a dark version of Gilliman, that could probably work, especially that Gilliman's now active and present in the setting. But whatever central character thing you want to do with Abaddon, you got to pick something and you have to stick with it and develop it. And number two, the other option you have is to cultivate some mystique around Abaddon, and don't focus on him as a character. Make him an avatar of raw chaos and destruction. Make him get some important wins, and have him do some incredibly ruthless and cruel things in order to win. Make him important and feared in the setting. Now, the fall of Cadia helped with this. Give him some more major wins, and make it a bit more clear. His victory in Cadia was kind of a Pyrrhic victory for both sides. Everyone died. I would like to see him destroy or conquer important planets in the Imperium. Get him some nice clean wins. Make him a dynamic figure in the setting that causes important changes. Make him an enigmatic figure that we don't know that much about, other than he leaves absolute devastation in his wake. You can't have him be the big bad if he keeps being shown up by other characters. Fighting Abaddon should be a death sentence for named characters, not a chance for them to show off how cool they are. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you all think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for listening. Please do the like and subscribe thing if you enjoyed what you heard. I also have links to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Teespring down below if you would like to support me. Thank you all once again for listening. No Man out.